goes hard, but then he ain't got nothing left in those last rounds, man. And that's when his opponent starts picking up the pace. Because he figured, well, you know what? I can't match him power for power. Let him punch himself out. Let me just move around, make him chase me. All right? And that's exactly what happened, man.
Hey, and the other nations that the U.S. get oil from, they see that we're going through our reserves. They're going to jack up their prices.
Yes.
So when you run out, guess what? You want more? Them Arab countries, hey, you got to pay.
Exactly. And they're going to say you can't pay with your money.
Because
see, they've attached it now. You see, it's over, man.
Yep. Yeah,
it's over. So bringing out our reserves was the wrong thing to do. If we tell you this man is not fit to rule, man, he is not fit to rule, man. Yeah. We're not even politicians, and we figured that out.
Like you said, linebacking off what you said, because Putin now has got them where they got to get the ruble, and so he's going to use his oil the same way the U.S. used OPEC oil to prop up his ruble now. Okay? You say you want $1 billion worth of oil? Well, you need to buy $10 billion worth of rubles in your money to get $10 billion here. So now he just set it up where the euro and everything. You don't want to destroy your own money, but I'm gonna make you have to spend a whole lot of it to get this over here. So now when I put your money back in your circulation, I can buy a whole lot of stuff with it.
That's really what's gonna bring the war, though.
That's it. That's a war. That's a war.
Go like that.
That's a war.
Yeah, and another thing too, brother. You also hit the nail on the head. China and the BRICS countries and some of America's allies now joined unto them, and more will do as every day, every week goes by. They're ahead in the digital currency game. America don't want to be behind in the digital currency game. China and its partners and its partner nations are ahead, and America's behind. All right, so that's not good for America at all, man. Because if they get their system up and running, before everyone else, and that's exactly what's happening, man. So you're right, man. That's what's going to make the war come that much faster. Because, like you said, once we're on our reserves, then everybody else is going to jack their prices up. And then when we go to buy it, they're not going to accept our currency. You're going to have to buy it. So that means you're going to have to buy. You're going to have to take your money and transfer it to the yuan ruble. Man, yeah, this thing about the pot, man. This thing about the pot, and the president has said himself that there's a terrible famine coming, and they're the ones that set it up. Okay, they set this whole thing up, man. Bring it up, brother.
This is Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And just like the elder was mentioning, hey, Biden, he came out, they admitted that, hey, there's a famine, there's food shortages coming to America, and he said it's going to be real. And these people have no idea what's about to come to America, man. It's going to get hot. It's going to hit hard.
These people over here are going to be knocking each other over the head and eating each other's heads. And it'll be sooner than you think, man. All right? Because a lot of these people walking around are going to be prey to other people. All right? And the first one that's going to do, that's going to go to that cannibalism is the one who's been doing it the most all along, which is Esau Edom. I was watching a TikTok video that had some crazy music playing, and had this great big ass Russian looking dude walking through the gym, and he's looking around, and he's talking about, and the caption said, the world is going to end. There's going to be no more food. I got to get faster and stronger because some of these people in here, I'm going to have to chase down to eat. This big ass dude working out, great big old son of a bitch, man.
One of them Supermax motherfuckers.
Yeah, right. So he talking about, he already said it. And you know, and now the history that's come out about who the wild man, you know, who the wild man is. No, hey, look, when you watch Game of Thrones, all right, those wildlings that lived on the other side of the wall, that was Esau. And that was during the Dark Ages and some of the medieval times. All right, that book with Arthur Koestler is one of the records that, you know, evidences of it, and many others. They were eating the bodies of their own dead, of their own family members, making cups and bowls out of their skulls of their own family members. Right? They were eating when people died. They ate them. All right, and guess what? That's even in American history books, because when the pilgrims, when some of the Edomites first came here, when their people died, they were eating them in the winter. First thing they did was they ate their horses. All right, then they ate their dogs. They ate up all their cattle, their livestock, and then they started actually digging up the bodies of their family members and friends and eating. All right, and Gad was looking at them like,
You motherfuckers are
man,
sick.
this how you start a fire. This is how you hunt. This is the right. If you don't gotta eat people and dead shit, dumbass. You know? Go ahead, brother. I got two.
This is Ecclesiastes. It says, speak up, man. This is Ecclesiastes 14:5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. So, like the elder said, you know, everybody cheats himself. Of course, now you got the goods now, but it's only for so long. Now I got this is Proverbs 16:4. And Yahweh hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Right? Even the wicked for the day of evil, man. The wicked are going to do very wickedly. Now, but guess what? Jacob be on that wicked shit too. It ain't just Esau, the heathen. They all gonna be doing it, man. You know, watch that movie, The Bad Batch. That shit was crazy. But Jason Momoa, his nigga wife, they were literally capturing people and putting chains on them. And then they would drug them and hack off one of their limbs, cauterize it, keep them alive, and then they would feed them and everything, keep them on the chain, and come back, cut off the other limb until there was nothing left, until they killed them and finished them. They literally kept people chained around their waist, right? And they would come in and they would give you a shot, and you wake up without your arm. Or you wake up, you know, so you had a bunch of people chained up, and all they had was nubs. That shit was crazy, man. Oh yeah. Same thing. Go ahead, brother.
With Matthew 24:12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And it's good. People are going to be cold-blooded out here, man. You're not going to care if you have children or if you have elderly people with you.
Those gonna be some of the first people eating.
That's right.
Children and old people, man. And you remember the scene in from Snowpiercer? What's the dude that played Captain America? Chris Evans?
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, no, Chris Evans.
Oh, no, that's the one played
Hemsworth
Thor.
played, Thor,
Thor,
yeah.
that's right, my bad.
When he told Ed Harris, he told him, you know what I hate worse about myself? He said, no, the thing that I hate most about myself is that I know what human flesh tastes like.
Ooh.
And the part that I hate even more is that I know that babies taste the best. Woo. All right? So what was he telling you? That dude had eaten children before.
Right.
All right? Including the dude that fought and died by his side. Right? Because what that kid that he raised that died fighting with him, the kid didn't know that they was about to eat him
Wow.
when he was a baby. That's why when you watch that movie, all the old people all had
Missing
stumps and missing
right.
limbs because they were giving up their limbs to feed everybody to keep them from eating the babies.
Okay.
Yeah, so the old people started like, don't eat that.